What's up, cloud chasers, deuces, Jack? Today we're going to be going over a flavor banger, a cloud chaser. It's got it all. I'm talking about the collaboration between Vapors Clouds and Suicide Mods. That's right, rocking it on my Centaurus. We are talking about the Nightmare RDA. Check this out, man. I got the iced out edition. Oh yeah, baby. Let's open this bad boy up. Been hearing a lot of great things about this. Let's see how it performs. Let's see how it looks. There's the RDA right there. You can see iced out means the plastic cap. All right. I would have preferred the metal, but this is the second time they've sent me their iced out version of something. So I don't know, man. I just prefer the metal. But we'll deal with what they gave us, all right? You got some spare O-rings in the parts bag. You got some spare deck screws, a spare low-profile drip tip, and is that a squonk pin in there? No, copper solid pin. Let's see. Let's take it out now. Now I'm curious. Nope, solid pin. Okay, got these two rather nice hex keys as well. Okay, the reason you didn't have a squonk pin in the spare parts bag is because the squonk pin comes pre-installed. Let's look at the bottom. You can see serialized negative post right there. There is your gold-plated squonking pin. Looks like it's raised up enough to be hybrid safe. Got an insulator ring around it, stainless steel threading around that. Okay, I think we're going to take this out and we're going to go with the copper pin, all right? All right, so we're going to take the squonk pin out. Very simple. Use the provided Allen key. Pull it out. Just like so. Now, the reason I'm not using a squonk pin on this one, the reason I'm not going to run it on a squonker is because it's a dual coil RDA, and I like single coil squonkers. The reason being is there's not a lot of really good dual battery squonkers out there, and if I'm running dual coils, I want to run dual battery. So let's take the solid pin, put it in there, get your flathead screwdriver, just give it a little twist. Make sure it seats nicely. Make sure it's nice and snug. You can see there's a nice raise to it. It's got some nice raisivity. So it's hybrid safe as well. I almost forgot, after I swapped out the pin, I forgot to show you. You do have these two screws right here. And we've seen this on other Suicide Mods atomizers. You have this Allen key right here, right? You can pop these screws out. And they are basically squonk plugs, right? You can pull these out, and if I had the squonk pin installed, I could plug up the squonking pin with one of these screws right here. I decided to go with the traditional solid pin because that's the way I'm going to be running it, because I'm mostly going to be running this on a dual battery mod. While I really love squonking, I really think the market is in need for a squonker, a really good dual battery, probably dual 21700 squonker. I would love to develop one with a company. There's just not much out there in that genre. All right, we already went over the bottom of the atomizer. Let's put this on a stand. Let's pop it open and see what it looks like. You can see there's your airflow right there. It's got a nightmare design that really doesn't show up well on the iced out version. That's why I would have rather had the metal one. But you can see it's got that slotted airflow, low profile drip tip, only chicken lips allowed. I hate drip tips like that, not going to lie, man. I really wish they'd just stop with these low profile drip tips. I'm not a fan of them at all. All right, let's pop at the top. You can see plastic top cap, really not a lot of doming going on. You have, 8 airflow slots right there on each side, okay? It's a plastic cap, all right? Over here, you can see the deck, all right? This is a bottom airflow deck. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Your airflow is coming in through here. It looks like it's going to be massive. And then these dots right here and this big hole are just going to sit underneath your coil and grab all that flavor. I love bottom airflow stuff. I'm not a fan of the deck sharing lead space, but I love bottom airflow stuff. This also looks like it's nice and slanted, so if you do use it as a squonker, it's going to be tough to over-squonk on because you're going to have to fill this thing up with enough juice to go over this ledge and into those holes. So nice design. Nice design. It almost makes me want to use it as a squonker right now. It really does. Big post screws. I mean, they're massive. I don't know why they didn't go with hex on these. I mean, they're just huge. Look at these post holes. Just huge. Again, not a fan of flathead post screws. Not a fan at all. But huge, massive post holes. You can get some massive coils in there. So coils we're going to be using today are K9 coils. Make sure you go check out Ronnie at K9 Coils on Facebook. These are 3mm tri-cores. All right, they're going to ohm out at 0.18. All right, let's check these out. Let's see how they do. Take a look at these beauties. Huh? Are those some nice looking coils or what? Yeah, man. We're gonna slap them right in there. So first thing you want to do, you want to take your coils and you just want to position them right above that airflow, right there. And don't worry, I would, to be honest with you, it looks like the easiest way to build this is to just sit them on that airflow. Just sit them on there, kind of hold your fingers down, and then you can position them any way you want after that. That's what I would do, just like that. Just hold them down there, right? And now just tighten them down. Going to be a pain to cut the leads, but we'll figure that out when we get to it, all right? See? That's how you want to do it. They look a little janky. They do, but we're going to fix that, okay? Get your trusty coiling rod in there, all right? And just pull them out. Pull them out a little and get them right above that airflow. Just like so. Same thing on the other side. Get your trusty coiling rod in there. Pull them out. Manipulate them a little bit. Get them right above that airflow. All right? And look how nice that looks. See how they're sitting there? Now we got to get those leads, though. That's going to be a big pain. That's why I hate decks like this. So let's get our coil cutters in there, our flush cutters. Make sure you don't cut the wire you just installed. Give it a little clipsy. Same thing on the other side. Make sure you get in there nice and tight. All right. Same thing on the other side. Get in there nice and tight. And I don't see much hanging off on the other side. We look to be pretty good. Let's check our coil placement one more time. Yeah, that looks pretty good. See what we're ohming out at? 0.15. Let's give these coils a dry fire, see where we're at. We're at around 0.15 right now. All right, a lot of wire in there. I think the coil master's having a hard time heating these up. Give them a little scrape. All right, my coil master has been acting up lately. We're going to glow these coils on my Centaurus. All right. Let's make sure we got all the hot spots out. Let's glow these coils and see what we got here. There we go. Glowing evenly from the inside out, exactly where you want to be. Let's see what we're ohming out at. 0.18, exactly where Ronnie said we would be. Cotton we're going to be using, Ranger Vapes, Tory Wicks. This and Cloud9 cotton, probably my two favorite cottons to use. Check out how they come, man. They come in these little strips, right? These nice little strips, basically. Okay. See that? One nice little strip like that, right? You pull one of them out, and you basically just split it down the middle. And you got the perfect wick for one coil. Normally a 3mm coil you'll be fine with. Okay? So now let's wick this bad boy up. Get that in there. Pull it through a little bit. And now you can see nice resistance. That's exactly what you want. Now you turn it around. Repeat the process on the other side. Again, notice how we have some nice resistance. That's exactly how you want it. Okay, now it's just time to cut your wicks. Now what I would do is I would grab my vape shears and I would cut them right around that second O-ring. Right there. Just like that. Flop it around. Same thing on the other side. Right around that second O-ring. Boom, baby. And now it's time for us to tuck our wicks in. Let me show you how to do that. Take your nice pointy vape shears and just pop them in there. Look at how nice and gentle they go in. See how I'm not disturbing the wicking of the cotton? Just pop them in there. Nice and easy. Don't be an animal about it. Just get them in there. See? Nice and easy. Just like so. Flip it around. Same procedure. Get it in there. Try to get that bottom part in first. Okay? And just boom. Baby. Same thing on this side. Try to get that bottom piece in first. And there you go. We're all beautifully built and wicked. Put that top cap on. Here's one of my favorite setups to run this nightmare on. I think it looks great. I call this mod the BBW, the Big Bad Wolf. It's a Squid Industries V3 Cody Curran Custom. Same scenario with my carbon fiber Gruss, although your battery life will suffer, especially if you're running a low build like this. You're just going to rip through the batteries, but it does look nice. And I also love running it on one of my most used mods, my carbon fiber Centaurus. I think it looks really nice on there as well. But my favorite mod to run this ice version on, check it out on my stainless steel carbon Lost Vape Thelema. It just looks beautiful. In fact, we're going to keep it on here. While we got it on the Thelema, let's juice it up. Juice we're going to be using today, Johnny's Juice, Effin' Mook Juice. This is a collaboration between Johnny's Juice and myself, vanilla bourbon custard with a hint of graham cracker. I only buy this stuff 500 mils at a time. Not even lying to you. So now we're going to take our Mook Juice and we're just going to lay it on there, baby. Just lay it on there. Get those wicks nice and juicy. Okay? Check it out. I'm a little bit of a slob here. A little bit of a sloppy dripper. We'll put some juice down the middle right there. Okay? Fill up that juice well a little bit. Let's give it a test fire. Make sure we got vape. Oh, yeah. We got vape. And, man, I can't wait to taste it. Looks like we're going to have a nice time with these canine coils and this Johnny's Juice. Here we go again. Check that out. Beautiful. So there it is, all juiced and wicked. All right, let's get into those cons and pros. We're going to start off with cons as usual. First con's going to be, I hate decks like this. I hate decks where you share lead space. It adds a certain degree of difficulty to it. Not my favorite type of deck. There's like a sloppiness involved when building it that I just don't enjoy. I would rather have one terminal per lead. I just can't stand these types of decks. It's annoying as hell. I don't know why they didn't go with just like a low-profile velocity style deck if they were going to do this. I don't get it. That chicken lip drip tip, yeah, man, if you got some succulent, juicy lips, you better stay away from this one because this one is definitely low profile. Not a fan of it. I hate low-profile drip tips. I just don't find them comfortable to vape on. It's a con to me. They sent me the ice one. The plastic cap feels cheap. I've got nothing to compare it to because they didn't send me the metal one. I would have rather have gotten a metal one and not the ice. You understand what I'm saying? I get it. It's their special edition iced one or whatever it is. It's still a plastic cap. It feels cheap to me. It's a con. But that's it on the cons. You know, not a lot that can't be fixed. You know, the deck you can't do nothing about. The ice thing, just go buy a metal cap, right? Not a lot to complain about on this one. It's actually a great RDA, so let's move on to the pros. First pro is going to be, it's hard to over-squonk on. Now, admittedly, I said it in the download too, I haven't really run this that much as a squonker. I did to test it, but most of my favorite squonkers are all single 21700 squonkers. There's really not a really high-quality dual 18650 squonker that I enjoy. Had I had one, I would have run it on that. I would love to develop a dual 21700 squonker because I would love to run this RDA on that type of setup. I like what they did with the 510 pin and those little squonk plugs on the bottom of the atomizer. We've seen them do it before. Nice job. It's innovative. I like it. It's a pro. Big, beefy post screws. Not a fan of the deck, but those post screws are awesome. Nice, deep juice well. Very, very smooth airflow. Listen. You can just hear that smoothness. Listen to it. Got a little bit of the swoosh that I like. but really, really smooth. It's got excellent, and I mean excellent flavor. I got it on my Lost Vape Centaurus, 100 watts, the build you saw me put in there. I got some Johnny's juice. Check it out. Beautiful clouds. Beautiful flavor. Just a really, really nice job as far as the vape quality goes. It's fantastic. I got to tell you, I have no bones telling you this. This is one of my favorite RDAs of the year so far that I've tried. I like it so much, I am going to buy myself one with a metal cap. That's for sure. So that's it, insiders. It's a little cloudy down here. Those are my cons and pros. Let's get into that 5-star rating system. First category is going to be the looks. I got to ding it a little bit on the looks because of the ice cap. I'm not thrilled about that ice cap, man. It's plastic. It's kind of cheap feeling. It still looks badass. It looks great on my Centaurus, my carbon fiber Centaurus, but I would have rather had a metal cap. Like I said, I am going to go buy myself a metal cap. That's how much I actually like this RDA. In the looks category, I'm going to ding it a quarter point. It would have got a 4 if I had the metal cap. I'm giving it 3 3/4. Easily solve this con. Get yourself a metal cap. You'll probably be happier. As far as building and wicking goes, that deck is an inherent con to me when you're sharing lead space. I just don't like it. It adds a certain degree of difficulty and sloppiness to the building. Wicking is really easy. It's got a super deep juice well. Wicking is very forgiving. Most RDAs in general are not tough to wick at all. This is one of the easier ones. You saw it down low. Because of the deck, I'm going to ding it a little bit. Again, it probably would have gotten a 4 if I had 2 more terminals. In the building and wicking category, I'm giving it 3 3/4 stars. Airflow. Airflow is what sets this thing apart from everything else. The airflow on this is super, super smooth. Listen to it again. It just sounds smooth. You can hear the smoothness. And it's got great, great flavor. In the airflow category, I gotta give it 4.5 stars. Nice job, Suicide Mods and Vapors Clouds. Awesome. As far as value goes, we've been seeing it anywhere from $49 to $55. Little pricey compared to like some of the stuff coming out of China, but for the vape quality that you get, for the flavor that you get, for the smooth airflow that you get, I think it's definitely more than worth the price of admission. Like I've said numerous times in this video, I am going to buy myself a metal cap one. I think in the value category, it deserves 4 stars. So now we're going to take all these stars. We're going to add them up. We're going to come up with a total star count of 16 stars. This thing did pretty well across the board. We're going to take these 16 stars. We're going to divide them by 4. We're going to come up with an average star count of 4 stars. And I almost feel bad that this is only 4 stars. It does make it automatically Deuces Jack approved, but it actually vapes a lot better than its actual star count. It really does. I dinged it a little bit for the ice cap and the deck, but man, if you go and buy yourself the metal cap one, you'll probably enjoy it a little more. That would have probably pushed this thing to like 4 1/4 stars. But I got to tell you, this is one of the best RDAs I've vaped on all year in the dual coil category. It is definitely Deuces Jack approved. Let's go over some of the specs on the Vapors Cloud Suicide Mods Nightmare RDA. It is 25 millimeters in diameter. It features a dual coil deck. It has bottom and side airflow. 2 squonking pins are included in the box. It has a 6 millimeter deep juice well. It's available in matte black, gunmetal, brass, stainless steel, iced out, and smoked out. Don't forget, everyone, Deuces Jack is no longer at the Vaping Insider YouTube channel. This is where you'll be able to catch all my reviews from now on. Do me a favor, toss me a sub, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate your support. I am still running the Vaping Insider Facebook community. Feel free to go over there and check us out. Tons of knowledgeable vapors over there. I'm always doing all my giveaways from these videos over in the Facebook group, so I would love to see you there. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys. You keep living that vape life. We're out of here. Deuces.